Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on 4 steps to sustainable growth. So, today we are going to learn a lot about what sustainable growth actually looks like. Usually, we make plans and we seldom happen to follow them through. We start doing big things, turning big rocks up, and while doing a couple of things after that, the motivation goes down, and which affects the productivity and overall efficiency. This sustainability is very much important because it is not about what you do in a couple of days, it is about what you can do continuously for a longer duration. Consistency over intensity, anytime. To make it happen, I've been reading and researching a lot about what happens to our brain when we speak about sustainability, why we are not able to keep up with our plans, and why do sometimes we know what we should be doing but still we choose something instead. To answer all of these sessions, I believe that today's session is appropriate. If these are the questions in your head, you will be learning a lot and having so many insights. I do not want you to waste any of these insights and small little practices. To make this session worthwhile, I want all of you to take out your pen and paper and start taking notes. Let us dive directly inside of this. Life is a journey of continuous self growth and discovery. So, continuously, whatever we do, however we do, we can always improve. There is always a way to improve, and there is always a room to improve. This is what I personally believe. And every time I read a new book and listen to some new speaker, the horizons of my thought and my perspective towards life, it get enhanced and changed a little bit. And you know what is the beauty behind all of these things? Once your brain expands its horizon, it can never shrink back to the original way. So, learning and growing, these are the two things which are continuous for the rest of our life. And you are showing up here today, watching this video on any platform. It is a proof that you want to learn and you want to become a better version of yourself. The people who know me, they know that I am a very, very big, huge believer of you cannot fill from an empty cup. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your knowledge, your confidence levels, your mental health, your self love levels, everything. Because if you do not take care of yourself, you cannot be able to help others around you. If you really want to pour love and attention to other people, the first person who needs your love and care and attention is yourself. So, today's session, we will be talking about how you can make your growth journey sustainable by taking care properly in 4 steps for yourself. These are the 4 dimensions which usually we overlook, and today I'm going to remind you of all of these things. If you feel that you are leaving a couple of parts, please make a mark and create a room for all of those things in the coming week for yourself. The biggest obstacles in the path of self development are anxiety and stress. Usually, you feel that you're anxious before taking any step because you know change is something that your brain is hardwired to restrict. Anytime you want to do something new, something big, you will get that fear. What if I fail? What if this happens? What if I mess up? But, darling, what if you fly? You need to understand that anxiety is going to be there because the future is uncertain, the future is unknown, and any dimension which is not known to you, your brain will secrete these anxiety hormones. You need to level them up by doing certain activities. You need to take care of these anxiety and stress levels by creating some counteractive parts, by giving yourself an antidote from all of these things. How to do that? This session revolves around that only. And my aim or my intention behind recording this session is that I want you to understand that anxiety and stress are going to be there, but we should be well equipped so that we can control their levels and it does not harm our overall efficiency and well being. With this, let us jump to step number 1. The first thing that you should be doing is to burn up your stress. Movement has many benefits, including improving your overall health, and it supports maintaining a healthy body weight. Movement can also help you to regulate your anxiety and stress because when you move your body secretes hormones, and these hormones they level up the other things. When you jump, your heart rate increases. With the increase of heart rate, the oxygen intake increases, with the help of which cortisol level decreases, and cortisol is a stress hormone. When you're feeling stressed, your body is in a stress response, which causes a lot of chemical locha inside of your body. But once you start jumping or dancing or running, doing some cardio or weightlifting, any body movement is okay. You're training yourself that whenever I am in stress, I can control it with the help of certain self regulating activities. Burning it up is one of them. The second one, turn up your safety. You feel anxious and stressed because you are going to enter into some dimension which is unknown to you. You are going to take a decision which you do not know how it will turn up. You are going to visit a person who is a stranger. You are going to, you know, pitch somewhere you do not know what the results would be. You are taking a decision which you are uncertain about. So whenever you enter into a dimension which is not known to you, it is quite normal that you feel scared. And when you feel scared and anxious, definitely your productivity levels and your efficiency goes low because your brain needs safety the first to perform at its peak. Now if you really want yourself to cope up with this insecurity, with this new area, with anxiety of what will happen next, you need to turn up your safety. How will you do that? Think about the times when you felt safe in your body. So, what you can do is you can create an imaginary safe space for yourself. You can close your eyes because your brain cannot distinguish whether something is imagination or happening in real. So you can close your eyes and turn up your safety levels by reminding yourself of a very safe zone, like in arms of someone who loves you, like on the lap of your mother, or maybe if you are comfortable inside your room. Whatever it is, if you imagine it and affirm yourself that you are safe and you are good to go, you've got it, you actually are good to go. If you're not sure about this, what you can do is think about the people, places, and experiences that make you feel safe. Think about the environments, the relationships which make you feel safe, which make you feel safe. These relationships, environments, and experiences should be your priority because I always say that, and I'll repeat it once again, that to perform from your peak, it is super important for you to be and feel safe, because a brain which does not feel safe cannot think of thriving. It will always just get stuck with survival mode. There are two modes in your brain, a survival mode and a thriving mode. You can only thrive when you feel safe. This is because co-regulation is a biological mandate. In other words, safe co-regulation is something that we need to be healthy. When we experience safe co-regulation, it can often help us to regulate ourselves better. The third way to do the same is to prioritize your recovery. What is recovery? So, for an example, if I feel very much traumatized by my previous decision, I should not immediately get into deciding something for the future. Rather, if I take a couple of days break or a week's break, depends on how big that decision was and how big it impacted your life. Take a break, because if you do not take this recovery time, you will pass on that previous trauma to the next coming decision. You will be anxious more because anxiety is a cumulative process. If you're anxious about 7 things, one after the other, without giving yourself a break, you will keep on accumulating parts of it from the previous experience, which will actually hamper your future experiences. And sometimes it will turn up into your second nature. So, for an example, if you're working in some toxic conditions, if you keep on being there without taking a break for your mental health, for your recovery, if you keep on taking all of those things for a longer period of time, you will understand and you will observe that being frustrated and irritable becomes your second nature, because you've been practicing it for such a long time that it enters into your muscle memory and your brain starts responding to external stimulus in a certain way. So it is very much important for you to break the chain. Whenever you feel that you are traumatized, anxious, stressed, take a break before taking the next decision. Recovery makes sure that nervous system states don't become personality traits. Trauma is caused when we are in states of distress for too long. If we are too much distressed too often, the nervous system and emotional state that we were supposed to be temporary in can become a long time personality trait. And people will start tagging you that this person is always angry, this person is always anxious, so on and so forth. Last one, expand your capacity. You do not expand your capacity overnight. To expand your capacity, you need to keep on working and pushing your limits. Something which I have learned from my mentors and which I would like to pass on to you today is that you do not directly jump out of your comfort zone. You stay in your comfort zone and you slowly and steadily expand the boundaries of your comfort zone, so that the things which are unimaginable for you slowly and eventually start becoming comfortable and automatic for you. Having the skill to regulate your nervous system is important because it will allow you to take on greater challenges and expand your capacity for growth, healing, and living your best life. Sustainable growth only happens when you can release stress, create safety, and recover from intensity of growth promoting activities. Breaking challenges down into smaller activities, finishing up one thing at a time, taking one step at a time, prioritizing one thing at a time. All of these things, they look so small, but this is your brain's natural way of coping up with things. You cannot think that you will start running today and tomorrow you will run a 10 kilometers marathon. It is not going to happen. There is no magic happening out there. What you have to do is, if you do not run at all, start with 100 meter, then to 500 meter, then to a kilometer, and slowly and steadily you prepare yourself for a marathon. It doesn't happen overnight, and that expectation itself is something which is putting you into a bad mood and giving you all of that stress. This is a reminder for you today that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, whatever skill set or knowledge you are having, start it today. From what you have, where you are, what you are. Think about the available resources and just start. Every master was once a disaster. You would have to start it from somewhere, and slowly and steadily you expand your capacity of doing things. These are the 4 steps which personally helped me a lot in taking care of myself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I loved explaining all of these things to you. Whatever was your favorite step, please put it down in the comment section, because I would love to learn from your experiences. If you have been practicing these 4 steps or any of these, tell me what are your ways of doing it. Maybe it will help the community to learn from you. If you have any questions, please put them down. I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you so much once again. It was a pleasure, and see you again next week with another interesting topic. Till then, take care of yourself. God bless you and take care of your dreams.